When the lights shine brightest on fight night, what the audience sees is the result of months, sometimes years, of preparation. Heavyweight champions don't just rely on raw power or natural size. They rely on carefully crafted, unseen methods of conditioning that push the human body to its absolute limits. Behind closed doors, training camps resemble laboratories of performance. Every detail is measured, from the number of rounds sparred to the exact grams of protein consumed in each meal. Champions are not built solely in the ring, but in the quiet, grueling hours of strength training, cardiovascular drills, and recovery sessions. The secret lies in balance. Heavyweights must maintain explosive power without sacrificing endurance. Their routines often combine Olympic-style weightlifting with high-intensity interval training, blending the brute force of a punch with the stamina to go 12 rounds. Plyometric exercises sharpen fast-twitch muscle fibers, while road work at dawn builds lungs capable of fueling the storm. Yet what separates the elite from the ordinary is discipline. These fighters embrace monotonous, punishing schedules because they know the smallest details add up to legendary performances. A skipped stretch, a missed drill, or a night of poor sleep could tilt the balance between victory and defeat. In this chapter, we peel back the curtain on how heavyweight champions achieve peak condition, not through luck or genetics alone, but through science, precision, and relentless dedication to routines the public rarely sees. What separates a heavyweight champion from the rest of the pack? Is it just size, natural talent, or is there something more? The heavyweight division is the kingdom of the one-punch knockout. So, how do they build this fight-ending power? It all starts with the basics, the bedrock of any serious strength program: compound movements. We're talking about the big three: squats, deadlifts, and the bench press. These exercises are the backbone of a heavyweight's routine. They don't just build muscle, they build raw, functional strength across the entire body. Think about it. A punch isn't just an arm movement. It starts from the ground up. The legs drive, the hips rotate, and the core transfers that energy all the way to the fist. These compound lifts strengthen that entire kinetic chain, creating a solid base for everything that follows. But lifting heavy is only half the battle. It's power. The core. Every single strike in boxing begins at the feet, travels up through the hips, and explodes out of the hands. The core is the critical link in that chain. If it's weak, energy leaks out, and the punch loses its impact. That's why champions dedicate a huge amount of their training to core stability. They perform rotational exercises, often using resistance bands to simulate the twisting force of a punch. They work on anti-rotation drills, training their bodies to stay rigid and transfer force without any wasted motion. Think of it like a cannon. You can have the biggest cannonball in the world, but if it's sitting on a wobbly base, it won't fire with any real force. A strong, stable core is the solid platform that allows a heavyweight to deliver devastating shots. Ultimately, the goal isn't just about creating brute force. It's about crafting a body that can deliver what we call controlled violence. A heavyweight champion needs to be able to unleash hell, but they also need the structural integrity to do it over and over again, for 12 grueling rounds, without their body breaking down. This is where the old-school grit of a boxing gym meets modern sports science. They carefully manage their training loads, focus on recovery, and build a physique that's as durable as it is destructive. This methodical approach ensures that their fists remain just as lethal in the final round as they are in the first. So while we marvel at the highlight reel knockouts, remember what's behind them. It's not just a big punch, it's a symphony of strength, explosiveness, and stability, all honed through thousands of hours of unseen work. Strength provides the foundation, but it's the precise, explosive, and efficient application of that strength, true power, that makes a heavyweight champion one of the most dangerous athletes on the planet. And this is just the beginning. In our next video, we'll explore the mind-bending endurance training that allows these giants to maintain their pace and power deep into the championship rounds. You won't want to miss it. Ever wondered what separates a heavyweight champion from the rest? It's not just size or raw talent. It's the unseen hours, the grueling work, the science behind the brutality. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the secret training methods that forge heavyweight champions, starting with the very foundation of their dominance, strength, and power. In the heavyweight division, power isn't just an advantage, it's the ultimate equalizer. One clean shot can change history, and that destructive force isn't an accident, it's engineered. Forget the old myth that these giants just rely on their natural size. Modern champions sculpt their power with an intense, scientifically backed approach designed for one thing: explosive fight-ending impact. So how do they build that legendary one-punch knockout power? It all starts with the foundation: compound movements. We're talking about the classics: squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. These aren't just for bodybuilders, they're the bedrock of a heavyweight's routine. They build the raw, primal strength that fuels every jab, hook, and uppercut. Think of it like building the engine of a supercar. You need a massive, powerful core before you can even think about speed. These lifts build that engine, strengthening the entire kinetic chain from the ground up. But here's where champions separate themselves from mere contenders. Lifting heavy is just the beginning. The real magic happens when they translate that raw strength into fight-specific power. This is where explosive drills come in. Imagine the sound of a 20-pound medicine ball being slammed into the ground with the force of a wrecking ball. That's not just for show. It's training the body to generate force rapidly, mimicking the violent snap of a punch. They use plyometric push-ups, where they literally explode off the floor, to build chest and shoulder power that can send an opponent reeling. And then there are kettlebell swings, a favorite of many modern fighters. This exercise is incredible because it teaches the body to transfer power from the hips, the true source of a punch's devastating force. It's not about arm strength, it's about hip drive. Each swing reinforces the mechanics of a perfect punch, ingraining that explosive movement into their muscle memory. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked but is absolutely critical: core stability. Every single punch, from a lightning-fast jab to a fight-finishing overhand, starts at the feet. The force travels up through the legs, gets amplified by the rotation of the hips and torso, and finally explodes out of the fist. The core is the bridge that connects the lower body, is power to the upper body's delivery system. If that bridge is weak, all that power dissipates. It's wasted energy. This is why heavyweights dedicate a huge amount of time to strengthening their core, but not with simple crunches. They focus on rotational exercises. You'll see them using resistance bands, pulling and twisting against the tension to build rotational strength. They perform wood chops with cables and landmine presses, all designed to strengthen the obliques and transverse abdominis, the muscles responsible for generating that whip-like torque. This ensures that when they throw a punch, every ounce of force generated from the ground makes it to the target. There is zero wasted motion, just pure, concentrated impact. The ultimate goal isn't just to be a brute who can hit hard once. It's about creating a body capable of delivering controlled violence round after round. A champion's power needs to be as lethal in the 12th round as it is in the first. Their conditioning must allow them to throw hundreds of power punches without their form breaking down or their muscles fatiguing. This is where modern sports science meets old-school grit. They meticulously plan their training cycles, balancing heavy lifting days with speed days and recovery. They monitor their output, their heart rate, and their recovery times to ensure they're pushing their limits without pushing themselves into injury. It's a delicate dance between building a destructive weapon and ensuring that weapon can withstand the rigors of a 12-round war. They are building a body that is both powerful and resilient. So when you see a heavyweight champion land that devastating knockout blow, remember what you're really witnessing. You're not just seeing a big punch from a big man. You're seeing the culmination of thousands of hours of squats that built the foundation, medicine ball slams that honed the explosiveness, and rotational drills that perfected the delivery. Strength is the foundation, but it is power, precise, explosive, and relentlessly efficient, that makes a heavyweight truly dangerous. It's the art of turning the human body into the ultimate weapon. This is just the beginning of what goes into making a champion. The strength and power are just one piece of a much larger, more complex puzzle. If you found this look into their training fascinating, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. In our next video, we'll be diving into the insane cardiovascular conditioning and endurance work that allows these giants to fight like middleweights for 36 minutes. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.